Thank you so much for coming in, being there, waiting. Danny D has nothing on Sunny Side Up Saturday mornings. Man, I thought I had adjusted the orientation so that it was um, landscape, but apparently no. It's forcing me to do it vertical, which is a little bit annoying. But oh, green screen. No, I don't want that. All right, I will leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. How are you? Happy Saturday. I mean, I hope it's going to be a happy Saturday for you. Oh my gosh. It's like, what are you doing up so early? I'm up early, but I feel like it's a reasonable time now. This is what time you guys have come to expect me on a Saturday. Well, anyway, the work week for me is done. So I'm trying to like chillax a little bit. Hey, I'm Stuart. Good morning. Thanks so much for coming in. Keisha, how are you? Happy Saturday. Hey, hey, hey. How are you? How are you? Where are you? Hey, Marjorie, how are you? Thanks for coming in. You guys, last couple years, well, last year, well, wait, this year I went to Greece. Year before I went to Alaska, and it seemed like as soon as and I'm not saying I'm the trendsetter because I'm definitely not. I'm just saying as soon as I like, it's like when you get a new car, you never notice the car until you buy it, and then everybody on the road has the same car. I'd never noticed all these people going to Alaska and then to Greece, and it seems like everybody went all at the same time, which is really exciting. Good morning, Foodies Vacation. How are you, Vicky? Happy Saturday. And so I thought I would just do a little, oh, good morning, Kiki. How are you? Hi, Mona. How are you? Happy Saturday. Oh, you guys are so great. Thanks for coming in. um, I thought I would just like try to figure out, what is the thing, what is the cruise thing, the it cruise for 2026. I don't know. I don't know that I'm going to be able to figure it out, but I did a little Google search. Our good friend Google. What did we do before Google, really, guys? What did we do? Marjorie saying good morning. Everybody saying good morning. Hey, TRT from Controversial Cruising. I just Googled travel trends for 2026, just thinking maybe that it would be talking about the new encyclopedias. Exactly. What in the world was that, Scott? I don't know what the gift was, but thank you. um, yeah, encyclopedias. We looked through the travel magazines, and not sure what the gift means either. Me either. Yep, encyclopedia. But said I could send one, so I did. Well, thanks. We'll figure out what that was later. I'm glad I saw it, whatever it was. It says controversial cruising sent 100. I don't know what 100 is, but funny. 100 points or something. I don't know. I'll take the point. I'll take the points. I'm still trying to understand what the hype in the videos are about. Hype it up. Send me points. I don't know. Hit all the buttons. Hit the likes. Do the reactions. All that good stuff. All that good stuff. Well, anyway, I decided to try and see what like the trends were gonna be for 2026, or what they're saying. $100, right, Marjorie? I think there would have been more bells. Here's a real, here's a real one, for real. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate you. I appreciate you sending me a real super chat and a mystery something too. Try to see what the travel trends were gonna be, and if you just Google travel trends 2026, it says it's gonna include a focus on transformational experiences, luxury and relaxation, with growing interest in mountain getaways, literary and set jetting tourism. Set jetting, not jet. Set jetting, not jet setting, which I never heard that before, and quote unquote little treat spontaneous trips. So okay, sounds good so far. Marjorie, what you think I am, a sugar daddy? I ain't even got $100 for me. She was just asking. She just asking. Good morning, welcome in. It said Morris. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Morris Ramirez, thank you for coming in. I need somebody to transform my bank account so I can participate in these transformational activities. Yeah, that part. So no, this is I don't have the hookup on the the wealthy benefactor who just wants to spend money on on me traveling. So, not saying I'm not out there. I won't meet him somewhere, but hasn't happened yet. So a transformational and why Cation travel is described as travelers are seeking trips that provide deep connection and restoration, often to destination offering peace and quiet. That does sound good. There is a rise in slow and sustainable travel, including longer stays, extended multi-generational trips, and luxscaping, where luxury is added to the beginning or end of a trip. New and popular destinations include less crowded places, with Antarctica, Norway, and Vietnam gaining traction, and a return to experiencing cultural staples like the Grand Egyptian Museum. Right, TRT. Vicky. Scott, you feel me? Oh gosh, you guys crack me up. So, yeah, I don't know. I wanted to see what set jetting is. As seen in Expedia's data, traveling to locations featured in films and TV shows is a significant and growing trend. So, set meaning a movie or TV set. People want to go to those kind of places. And luxscaping is the trend of incorporating luxury into trips by adding a high-end stay at the beginning of the or end of the journey, is becoming especially more common among young travelers. I'm actually a kid and I'm just borrowing my grandmother's phone, and my name is Jansen and I'm from the Philippines. Well, welcome in. I don't know if you should be borrowing your grandmother's phone, but good morning. We good morning. So, how does that look for our us cruisers? What does that mean? What are we going to go for more often or more common in 2026 and beyond? Does that mean we are going to follow our friends like Cheryl, a solo cruiser, and head on Explora? Or are we going to go for it with what's the other very like Cunard, or think lines like that? Or are we just trying to find those sort of quieter cruise port itineraries? Yes, Jensen, be safe on the internet. Exactly, Keisha. So, have a good day. Okay, thanks. um, so, what's happening in the cruise industry? I saw that Royal Caribbean just had their steel cutting ceremony for a new Oasis class ship guess it will technically be the seventh Oasis class ship for them. But you know, they've done the Icon class, Icon, Star. What am I missing? Utopia or the Legend or both of those. But now they're coming back to their Oasis class ships, which, if you guys have not seen, Veronica, Life with V, and Edna from Edna's World are on Wonder of the Seas right now. They did a surprise getaway and prep for the group cruise that Veronica is hosting in February. So anyway, that was pretty exciting. I love the Oasis class ships, so I'm excited to see that they are they're making another one. Not that I don't want to go on Icon, because I do, but I really like the Oasis class ships. I think it's good size and all that. You know, you guys know that. But anyway, what do we think is going to be the trend for cruises in particular in 2026? On hour 34 of a 72-hour fast, I feel great. Are you serious? I mean, what does your fast consist of? Are you just liquids, just water? Like, what are you doing? No cruises for me in the foreseeable future. Aw, what? um. Aw. Okay, Scott. Well, 2026 is coming, so don't give up, my friend. There may be something on the horizon. Okay, so according to AAA, they are projecting that 21.7 million Americans will embark on ocean cruises in 2026, marking the fourth consecutive year of record passenger volume for the cruise industry. 21.7 million. Black coffee and water. That's what your fast consists of? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Scott, my future looks similar. Okay, Keisha. Well, you know, enjoy it now, girl. Enjoy it now. Carnival Cruise Addict is here. Good morning, Liz. Happy Saturday. How are you? Did you do that on purpose? Uh-oh. Did I mix up the names? CCA Horizon might be the next ship. But it could also be Princess or Celebrity too. Good morning, Lakeisha. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Happy Saturday. Yeah, talked to Lakeisha yesterday, and she was like, "I'll see you in the morning." I was like, "Oh, you will? Oh, okay." I think this is what she meant. Did I mean to do that? Did I mix up the names? I thought I was on a roll with my C's. I hope not. Well, anyway, forgive me if I did. Anyway, does that seem like a lot? Like, I know they're building more ships and bigger ships and definitely always trying to grow. You good, Alisa. Thank you, Liz. Always trying to grow the next generation of cruisers, but 21.7 million of us are getting on ocean cruises in 2026. Does that seem like a big number or no? Okay, Jensen, nobody's asking you to donate. If you want to hang out, that's great, but chill. No, you said you never know what's on the horizon. Oh, well, maybe my next cruise. You did not mix CCA up and CC up this time. Thank you. Mona saying hi to Liz. You are free on this Saturday. Okay. Good to know. I mean, I didn't even know my friends were keeping count, but okay. I'm glad. So anyway, does that number surprise you guys? Or does that seem about right to you? I mean, I can't really picture 21.7 million, but okay. Mona from Scott. The projection for 2026 follows as expected. 20.7 million Americans taking cruise in 2025, which is an 8.4% increase from 2024. This growth is attributed to the industry's recovery post COVID 19, driven by new mega vessels, fixed price packages, and greater variety of cruise options. Um, YouTube said I should swing in, probably because I just bought a cruise ticket this week for a cruise next week. Well, hello, lady. Is that Ozma or Ozma? Thank you, lady, for coming in. Appreciate it. And where are you going? Yes, we love to hear about cruises over here. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Back to work. Have a good day. A great weekend, Marla. Thanks for coming in. Nice. Welcome in. Where you cruising to? Exactly. Where you cruising to? Um, so yeah, we know that it's been the whole build back since the pandemic. You got it, Ozma, like the ruler of the Ozma, the ruler of the land of Oz. Okay, thank you for that. Where are you going? We want to know now. Anyway, we know that the cruise industry has been trying to recover, and they're bouncing back after the pandemic, and they have new ships and bigger ships and all of that. So it's growing, but I don't know. That number just seems really big to me, and maybe that's because when I started cruising, it was like nobody. They're like, "You're doing what? You're going where?" And now 21.7 million people said they're getting on a ship next year. The demographic breakdown of cruise passengers shows that 65% of adult U.S. passengers are 55 or older, while 27% are between 35 and 54, and 7% are aged 18 to 34. Um, uh, on a back-to-back, Liberty of the Seas is pending storms. Of course, just Nassau and Coco Cay. Well, I'm sorry for the reason, but I think that's a valid a reason as any, and I think that's what I was getting at earlier with the Ycation business. Like people, it's kind of like champagne. I know, because bear with me. It's Saturday morning. You guys let me ramble if I need to ramble a little bit, but it's like champagne. Like in the U.S., we save champagne for special occasions. Typically, anniversaries, birthdays. A toast to some big event. But in France, you drink it every day. It's a wine. It's just sparkling. Here with cruises, like we do go and celebrate big events, family reunions and retirements and graduations and birthdays and all that too. But you don't really need a reason. You just wanted to go on a cruise, so you go on a cruise. So anyway, it could be for all kinds of reasons, anything in between. So I'm sorry. I know we love our pets, and they are a part of the family. So I'm sure it is a big loss. And I don't mean to make light of that, but I do hope you have a great cruise, a great back to back. I have not done a back to back ever before, and when Carnival Cruise Addicts did their vlogs on their back to back experience, I was like fascinated, and I wanted to know exactly how it was gonna go. It wasn't what I expected at all. Now I know you guys had Liz. I know you guys had a couple like I don't think it went exactly the way they wanted it to go either, to be fair, that particular day. But I don't know. I guess I thought it was more relaxing. You stayed on board and they just kind of rechecked you in and you had a picture with all those others who were also staying on. So, anyhow, it was so awesome to stay on the ship, though, just feeling of not having to disembark. Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, I guess so. We always say that that's like the worst, the saddest day is when you have to get off. It's like they don't understand that this has become your new home. That is your room. Like you paid for that. I don't know why they want to put limits on it. You paid for that. You are so right. YOLO, my puppy is gone. I will never have new memories with him. There's a lesson in that message right there. Don't pass up chances at memories. Yeah, yeah. I did my first cruise over Labor Day, and it was back to back. I recommend. Yeah, it's on the list of things to do. I don't know what Carnival does, but Royal even gave us a special lunch. We just all kind of hung out in the MDH, made there watching people leave. Yeah, in the main dining room. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, disembarkation day is such a it's a time, right? Like you're you don't want to get off. It's kind of rude that they put that letter and the luggage tags and instructions on what you have to do to disembark the ship, the couple days before. But you're juggling all the things, all the paperwork, all the luggage, trying to get off the ship. And then if you see people sitting off to the side, like seeming unbothered, I hope that we're happy for them. But I think we're like, how come they don't have to go? Carnival gave us a free drink voucher and a special back-to-back commemorative picture. Oh, you did get a picture. Oh, good, good, good. Yes, that sounds nice. You should get that. Those are little treats, and obviously it made you want to do it again, and you're doing it again. So that's great. Then I went to the hot tub, and it was only me, no other people. Glorious. Sorry, other people. Sorry. But you too can book your very own back to back experience and you could have a hot tub all to yourself. Yeah, good feeling watching others leave, but the next time, not so good feeling. Right, right. Yeah, I could see it both ways. I could see it both ways. Okay, so the demographic breakdown of cruise passengers shows that 65%. Oh, I think I said you already the ages. Most adults travel with a companion, with nearly 50% of U.S. cruise passengers cruising as couples. Okay, I think we knew that. The Caribbean remains the most popular cruise destination for Americans, attracting 72% of U.S. cruise passengers. Florida ports, including Miami, Port Canaveral, and Fort Lauderdale, are the busiest in the world due to this demand. I think I. That's not a surprise, right? Everybody wants to go to the Caribbean. Maybe not right now, so good luck. While it's still hurricane season, and is it Melissa that's still? I need to turn on the news myself because um, I know she's moving really slow, and I'm not sure which way it's going to turn. If we will end up having any effects, maybe late next week at all. So I need to go to the store and get a few things just in case. Just in case. I was sitting in the main dining hall watching people leave. There were about 30 of us. Oh, nice. One lady was on day something nuts, like 20 or 45 back to back. Wow. She was working casino comps. Oh, wow. Well, that sounds like, and forgive me, I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but her channel is Poverty to Paradise, where she is basically living on cruise ships that way. And I think she mainly gets her casino deals, and she works points and all of that to afford her travel. And of course she watches what she spends. She does a good job of doing the breakdown of how much she has spent per cruise, so she can stay on budget. um, Z Roberts. Hey Z, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Good morning. It's Melissa. She's supposed to be pounding on Jamaica this week. Oh wow, I'm not real bothered. Yeah, I don't think she's supposed to come to Florida at all. Yeah, I think we'll see because it's moving so slow. That might give time for other fronts to move in and help steer it. But anyway, we're gonna. I like that answer. We're gonna go with that. I'm sorry it's going. I'm sorry she's turning it up anywhere, but I don't want her to come here. Lynette, I think. Yes, I think that's right. But yeah, kind of like her. Hello, Lucy Warren. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Happy Saturday. I appreciate you. I absolutely love that lady. She's amazing. Lucy from Carnival Cruise Addicts. Hello, Carnival Cruise. So yeah, so no surprise that I'm doing wonderful, awesome, awesome, good to hear. I love it. Love the unicorn hearts and rainbows. Very cute, very cute. I know that's your standard, but I still like to see them. Um, I know I was not surprised by the Caribbean still being the most popular destination. Everybody loves to go to the Caribbean. Normally, it's fun in the sun, and just not too far that we can get there relatively easily on a cruise ship from here. Alisa, Denise, how are you, Denise? Are you coming or going? We just had M. Stewart was just in here, and I believe she's a nurse also. So she had to get back to it. I'm not sure if you're heading out or coming back in, but welcome in. Yeah, she had 1,000 in travel to get cross country last month. That was wild, but also sounds like a lot of fun. Hey, if you have to, yes, Poverty to Paradise, Linnell. Thank you, Keisha. If you have, she's retired, or she retired from her corporate job. I know she talked about that before, and that's what she wants to do. She wants to be on cruise ships. It seems very interesting. It seems very interesting. I love my cruises. I don't know if that I think of that as a retirement plan though, but why not? I do like the idea of being able to travel the world and at very low cost and making it more beneficial. And now, of course, her YouTube channel has just blown up. That's right. You're welcome and thank you, Denise. We're supposed to go to Bahamas Monday. Oh my goodness, Denise. Were you cruising or just flying down? I mean, either way, you gotta wait and see what Melissa ends up doing. Um, Liz, I like the Caribbean. There's no surprise. There's lots of cheap cruises because it's just super close. Yeah, not surprising. It's a common destination. Correct. That's what I think too. Cruise it out of Jacksonville. I mean, I'm the queen of last minute adventures. I'm always scoping to see where it's cheap to go or jumping on wild ideas. I'll buy a plane ticket to anywhere if the price is right. Ooh, nice. I love it. I love it. When I was getting ready for Greece, you guys know I was doing the whole countdown, and I think probably my favorite short that I did for that was when I was talking about the passport and how like that book is amazing. Like, yeah, you have your passport in hand and a reasonable price. That was like the dream to just be able to hop a plane to here, there, wherever. So have at it. Go for it. Hey Denise, hey Mona. I think you'll be okay on Monday, Bone Tired Travelers. It's still supposed to be in Jamaica then. Life with Sandy. Morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you. Thank you for coming in. Okay, so the Florida ports are doing well, and in that order, Miami, Port Canaveral, and Fort Lauderdale as the busiest because everybody wants to go to the Caribbean. Mega vessels are primarily deployed in the Caribbean, Mediterranean, and Northern Europe, while smaller vessels are more common in Northern Europe for expedition cruises and the Mediterranean for luxury trips. Greece is on my bucket list. Well, we these bucket like I still struggle with the name because I don't want any of us to get to the end of the bucket list because like we're done. But absolutely, it's things that you should make an effort to do if it's on your heart to do. Like, don't just put it on the list. Like, be crossing stuff off the list. Get it done. Um, Good morning, Life with Sandy. Jet setting instead of set jetting. We won't be in Freeport till Wednesday, Nassau Thursday. Okay. Good morning, Together We Travel. How are you? Well, happy Saturday to you. Appreciate you coming in. Not sure about Wednesday, Thursday. Bone tired. I guess you just got to keep watching the news. Keep watching the news, and watch to see what if there's notifications from the cruise lines. I don't know what they've been doing lately. I think we were probably last week we were talking about people who were stuck in, was it last week or the week before? Folks were stuck in New York, not stuck, but their cruises could not pull out because of the nor'easter that was churning up in the water, and they couldn't head out. So I know their itineraries got changed, like they had to skip ports, but they still eventually went out. But in this case, where they know in advance that there's going to be a storm, and are they going to cancel or let you know before you head that way, is what I'm trying to say, before you head to Jacksonville. I know the cruise ships I saw in Stockholm were huge. No idea who they were. Yeah, and that's something else that I learned just by going to Greece. We all went on celestial cruises. Celestial Journey was a ship. There are lots of cruise lines. We tend to only think about what we know here. Obviously, the Royal Caribbean's, Carnival, NCL, Virgin, Holland America, but we don't really. That's not what I hear people talking about a whole lot. So when we were there, we did see lots of other cruise ships. We saw a Royal ship, we saw a Carnival ship. I want to say it was like the Miracle, but there were lots of others that we did not recognize. So like, what is that? So lots of cruise ships around the world. Morning. Everybody saying hi. Appreciate that. So, okay, the cruise destination and top ports. 72% of passengers in 2026 are heading to the Caribbean. 7% are heading to Alaska. I thought it'd be a little higher than that, but okay, 7%. 5% to the Mediterranean. And then the remaining 16% is just classified as rest of the world. Like, okay, rest of the world. Are y'all there yet, Denise? Wanting to know. Sandy saying hey to Keisha H. Okay, share of embarkation, debarkation in 2026. Again, Miami is the biggest at 10.2%. And this is for the world. Port Canaveral is 8.8. Fort Lauderdale is 5.6. Galveston is 4.1. That's good since they've, just been coming online. Barcelona is 3.9%. Rome, I always want to pronounce this, Civitavecchia is 3.3%. Marseille is 2.6%. Seattle is 2.2%. And Singapore is 2.2%. Interesting. At least I think so. I hope y'all think that was interesting. Nah, still home, leaving tomorrow. The 2026 cruise forecast was prepared with AAA based on scheduled cruise itineraries, the economic outlook, and travel sector trends. With the cruise industry showing strong signs of recovery, the projected increase in passenger volume highlights the growing popularity and accessibility of ocean cruises for Americans. Safe travels. Yes, Vicki, thank you for that. Safe travels, Denise. Um, so yeah, I thought that was interesting. But also back to the all these new types of travel. Like, who's looking for a luxscaping? Who's looking for the high end luxury travel? I mean, can you sign me up? Up for that. Quiet and solo travel. Hospitality and solo trips are trending as people seek silence and time to themselves, sometimes by adding personal days to business trips or taking solo vacations. I do think there are more people doing solo travel. Sign me up too. Yes. Uh-oh. Nightbot got somebody. Sign me up too. Yeah, that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. And it's not um, it's your mood. It's you. Sometimes you might be in the mood for a big old carnival conquest where you want to tear it up, but sometimes you might want a quiet solo hospitality. I think I like this word now, hospitality, and just have a quiet, serene kind of experience. I'm too poor for high end, but if they want to hook us up, yeah. I mean, there are reasons that we haven't been doing the luxury travel, the luxscaping. But we're gonna dream. Let's dream big. Why not? And I want like some things we have the idea that it's oh my gosh it's so it'll be way out of my price league. We can't afford that. But have we actually looked? Are you okay with having the most basic cabin so as long as you're on that cruise ship? Maybe. Are we interested in trying some of these other lines that we don't hear the names of every day so that we can get a little taste of the luxury life? Now, I'm not saying that Celestial was luxurious, but I am glad that I didn't let the unknown, the thing that I didn't that the cruise line was really unknown to me, unfamiliar to me, be the thing to stop me from going. That ship was gorgeous. It had some differences. It had some quirks for sure, but the ship itself was very pretty. The decor I thought was really pretty, and I enjoyed it a lot. I had a business conference in San Diego some years back. It happened to be over my birthday. I was like, why I fly all the way there to sit in a hotel? Took an extra week and bummed around SoCal. Wow. Yes. I have had to travel for business, but I haven't really been able to do the extended stay. Although I think I traveled like right before Labor Day and then did like an extended beach weekend once, but I like how you think. I sail solo that because I just can't wait for other people to decide. Absolutely, absolutely. But I do think that like there's less. I don't even know what's to help me out, Lakeisha. What's the right word? I don't know if stigma is the right word. Like you didn't used to see, or it was a bigger deal for sure for people to travel solo, and women in particular, and um, like you had to either find someone to go with or you missed out and didn't go. But I think that people are like, no, I need my break, and if I can't wait for people to decide or be in the same mindset as I am and be ready to go, I'm gonna go. So I think that's great. I think you should go if that's what you want to do and you're able to do, however long it takes you to prepare or save up for that. Just go. Just go. Um, Keisha, that's the truth. My wallet laughs. Miss Lakeisha, I hear you. Yep. So true, Lisa. Just go and see. Just go and see. Don't, what's the worst? Well, I shouldn't say it like that. But, it's like, I say this all the time. If you guys watch me on the Monday Mood Check, where I sometimes do the cooking, do cooking. I'm not. I've never been a very adventurous eater. I'm not like super picky. Like I won't be like, I need this on the side and take this out and ooh, what's that? Like I don't do that. But I would stick to very basic things. And if I saw something out of the ordinary on a menu when I was on a cruise, say escargot. I was curious about escargot, but was like, what if I don't like it? Well, what if you love it? What if you don't like it? You get something else. Like, what if you don't like that cruise line? Try a different one. There's option, and we shouldn't be so like, oh my God, if it's not exactly what I had in mind, it's not gonna be good, or it's not gonna be worth my while. Solo trips rule. I mean, yes, everything is better with a friend, but solo is awesome. I have freaked people out in my solo trips. That part. Yes, of course, of course. Yeah, of course. You would love for, your besties, your loved one, your significant other, everybody to be on the same page at the same time, and you guys go and have an amazing time together. But because that isn't in alignment for whatever reason, that means you can't ever go on a trip? That doesn't seem right. Right, when I started, people were so shocked, and now it's more common. Yes, exactly. It's more common. I sail solo with other solo friends. Yes, that's becoming a thing too, Vicky. For sure. You should be able to go and you should go. I've done that too, where I've sailed solo and insisted, like, I went with one of my best friends, and I'm like, I need my own cabin. Happy to hang out, but we're not, no. And I don't know if that's like, as you get older, you're just like, you have your ways and you want to spread out. And I had a vision for that trip in particular, that I was already going to go by myself, and then she decided that she wanted to come, but I wasn't interested in sharing that way. It's fine that you want to come, but I needed time and space for myself. So, yeah, I get that too. I flew to Mexico for a week for dental work 2 years ago, and even my boss was like, "You are insane." I was like, "Why?" That is another thing that is big and popular, right? The travel for medical procedures, um, dental work. I don't know if I knew that for Mexico, but I hear people talking about it a lot for Turkey, and just going on trips like that. I know Mexico obviously is closer to us in the U.S., and generally their prices are much lower. Excuse me, much lower. But do you mind my asking? Do you speak Spanish? Were you comfortable that way, or you just made sure that it was an English speaking facility? There are so many women traveling on this cruise. Some even did both crossing and explored the EU in between goals. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think in general, like we all go through a lot. We all, we all do a lot, and people wait for retirement per se. And what if you're not able to? Health things come up. If you retire, your income changes, and you're not able to do it, or maybe you are able to do it in a different way. I think you should be able to go for it. It is interesting though that there are so many women traveling solo. I checked Explorer Journey. Now I won't be doing that anytime soon. Nope. Oh, why, Lakeisha? I haven't looked into it at all, so I don't know if that's a price thing, or a itinerary thing, or what. Miss Lakeisha, true, but look, it will happen for both of us one day. That is why I like group cruises. Best of both worlds. Solo as a part of a group. Yes, yes. It was so so fun, and you mix and mingle and meet great people, and yeah, I see that. I agree with that. Medical tourism is huge. Thank you. Yes, I don't know if I what I called it, but that's what I was getting at. Oh, dental work is easy. You fly to Yuma, Arizona, hop an Uber for about $30 to the border and walk across. Oh wow! I am fluent in Taco Bell. And Algodones, aka Boulder City, they all speak English. Okay, okay. Well, I mean, I am a big believer in Lady O. Yeah, I'm a big believer in you learn something new every day. So I have learned something new from you today, Lady Oz. I appreciate it. I used to live in Yuma and went to Mexico all the time. Like, oh, I want tacos. Who wants to go to Mexico? That's like we watch TJ's Destinations. He lives in California, Southern California, I believe, and he is always hopping on those Mexican Riviera cruises, and he knows the ins and outs of those towns pretty well. Ensenada and wherever else they stop. Why am I drawing a blank? But you know what I mean. He was showing us like he's just walking down the street like he doesn't need a guide. He's got this, and I don't believe he speaks Spanish. He may, but I don't remember him saying that. Anyway, so that was luxscaping and quiet solo travel. Multi-generational travel, a rise in complex trips that accommodate multiple generations as expected, driven by a desire for a shared experience. I don't know if I mean, I see that some where it's like, grandparents, parents, and kids um, going on a trip. I don't know that I've seen it a whole lot in cruises. Have you guys, other than like the big family reunion type cruise? Um, but that would be cool to see. Little treat travel, spontaneous last minute trips are booked simply as a treat to lift spirits, with many Americans planning getaways for with no specific occasion. Right, you want to go, you're able to go, price is right, airfare is there, you go, you give yourself a little treat. My dental place actually had an attached hotel. My goodness. Oh, that is their business. The town is, I don't know, like 10 streets or something. Okay. So you got the lay of the land. You felt very comfortable. I picked up a year's worth of meds, backup meds for me and about six different friends. Got my glasses redone in 1 hour for dirt cheap, and about 30,000 of dental work for 7,000. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You know what? When I went on to the Mexican Riviera, I was definitely fascinated by the pharmacies because they were everywhere. But I know they were in the process of like closing some down or I don't know, adding, not replicating, regulating some things. So I didn't actually go in and purchase anything. I may have gone in, but I don't think I purchased anything. So what do you get? What do you get? What the meds and backup meds? You went with the whole list of stuff. Now is this like really over the counter stuff or um, generic prescribed stuff? They are everywhere. Walk into Algodones and it's like pharmacy, dentist, eye doctor, dentist, pharmacy, dentist. There you go, folks. There you go. Hi, everyone listening as editing a vlog. Thank you so much, Anfield Road. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm kind of like mid editing. I probably should be editing myself to post a vlog. I did post yesterday because I was surprised by the notification that I got that I had achieved 10,000 watch hours. So I appreciate you guys so much for watching all the vlogs and hanging out with me on all the live streams. I don't know. I know that's like, not a huge number, but it's huge. It's huge to me, right, Keisha H? I always shout out Keisha H for being there from the very beginning when it was just me, her, and my auntie. Have a great day, Keisha. Thank you so much for coming in. Take care. Take care. Woohoo, 10K, congrats, thank you. No, I'm just like, now I know they say you don't really have to worry about subscribers, but if I could get a subscriber, if I can get 10K subscribers. No, I got prescription stuff. Oh, Z-Packs, inhalers, Epi, amoxicillin, BP meds. Oh, wow, you had a list. You had a list. That's cool. That's cool, though. Good morning, Rob. Thank you for coming in. Woohoo! Congrats. Thank you. Yes, 10K watch hours is huge. Thanks, Keisha. They don't they don't do prescription there. Everything is over the counter. You just walk in and they're like, yeah, here's a bottle of whatever for dirt cheap. Love you lots. Love you too, Keisha. They were just ready. Yeah, I think we were just kind of like, it was the locations where it was really hustle and bustle, and there were also the vendors is probably not the right word, people trying to approach you and get you to buy the picture with the iguana, the little bracelet, the whatever. And so it didn't stop to really look into the pharmacies like I thought I would. So interesting. Thank you so much for sharing that. Carmen, how are you, Carmen? Happy birthday to you again, Carmen. Good job on your, I don't know what your countdown was. Was it 50, 55 to 55 to 55, 50 to 55? But anyway, that was great. It was great to see you on YouTube so often. I think I kept catching you like at the tail end though, but I enjoyed going with you to CVS to prep, and then when you got going, talking about what was happening. So good job, Carmen. Oh yeah, next time you are going in the pharmacy, let me see if I can find one of the picks so I can give you pricing. Oh wow. Carmen, happy birthday, Carmen. 55 to 55. Yes, I was gonna say there were several of us turning those big numbers this year. We had 50 to 50s, we had 55 to 55. We had all kinds of countdowns like that. So yeah, it definitely seemed fun. Happy birthday, Carmen from LF McKinley. I hope you had a great time. It looked like you did. And I was also happy to see you stayed at the same Long Beach Hilton that we stayed at when we were on the Meet and I cruise. And I just that the whole ducks in the lobby fountain just cracks me up. And apparently that was just like a random, not a random, but well, just a worker's idea to like, hey, why don't we put ducks in there? So then they had to keep replenishing the ducks. But yeah, I thought that was a really nice place and good location. Good location. Also on the travel trend, yeah, I like the ducks. Yes, did you pick one? I think I think I saw you circling, trying to figure out which one you wanted. um, the other travel trends for 2026, they're talking about sustainable and slow travel. Slow tourism, travelers are increasingly opting for slower, more immersive travel styles, which allows for deeper connections with local cultures and community. Yeah, and that's why I think I was talking about a couple weeks ago. I was interested in a river cruise. Um, and I do like the idea of, sorry, Liz, I don't think it's only for 70-year-olds. But I know it's a hard no because there's no casino on a river cruise. But I definitely like going and learning something about the place that I'm visiting. And I just feel like the river cruise would be both relaxing and immersive. So you kind of get a good mix. It would be different for sure. Flexerol, 10 milligrams, 100 pills for $12. Ooh, 12. Tornado, I don't know what that is, 10 milligrams for 50 pills, $3. Zoloft, 50 milligrams, 50 pills for $13. I picked several. Okay, good, Carmen, good. Oh, that's more my style of travel. Cruising is too fast for me. I feel like you don't get to really dive in the culture. Oh, Toradol. I was like, tornado? Like, what? I don't know what that is. Toradol. Thank you. Yeah, you definitely put river cruising on my radar. Yeah, and I'm talking a good game, Lakeisha, about I really am focused, or maybe I'm hyper focused on the Christmas market cruises. Y'all know I don't like cold anymore. So I really want to be on the water when it's cold and walking around at a Christmas market in the cold. We got to think about that. But yeah, I really want to do that. um, okay, so slow tour. I think I still do with slow tour. Sustainable practices. There's a growing focus on sustainable travel with an emphasis on minimizing environmental impact and supporting local economies. Okay. I left Virginia to get away from the cold. I'm seriously the person who was minding my business, and the news said polar vortex. And I went, what is that? No. And immediately, butterfly to Florida. Yeah, that's how a lot of people end up in Florida. That it's just one too cold a winter, one too many snowstorms, ice storms, polar vortexes, and they're like, no, not for me. I'm out. Same. I love Christmas and cruising, but not cold, right? So when we go, Lakeisha, it's like we have to have, instead of having all the things to cool off in the heat, like the deck fans, we're gonna have to have the hot packs and the now they have things that you can battery operated warmers for your gloves and your boots and your coats. Yeah, we might need some of that kind of stuff. Time to get some chores done around here. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Same, same, same. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with me on Saturday morning. Yeah, chores. Ugh, chores. I moved from Yuma to northern Ohio and was like, oh, heck no, I got to get out of this frozen wasteland. Got the chance to move back to DC area, but nope, still too cold. It's warmer, and it's warmer than ever. Later, Liz, I'm about to do the same. Yep. Um, um, yes, thank you, Liz. Got to get those chores done. I appreciate you coming in. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay, and then the last thing I was gonna mention, for the river cruise fund. Thank you so much, Liz. I appreciate it. That's right. We all have dreams. um, Destinations and planning trends. Popular destinations in addition to mountains. Um, wait, Arizona ruined me. You know what's nice? 70-degree Christmas. Winning. The polar vortex almost took us out. 1 week in a blizzard with no electricity. Hashtag survivor. I could understand that. I could understand that. Yes. So like here, when we have no power and no air conditioning, everybody's like anxious to get generators so that they can at least get some fans, some AC going. But in the cold, I do have vivid memories of us of people. They may not do, maybe don't do this anymore, but the kerosene heaters to keep the house somewhat livable on top of all of the layers. Yeah, it's yeah, it it's hard. That would be very hard if you don't have a house that doesn't have a that has a fireplace. In a blizzard situation, I had never heard of a polar vortex before that year. I swear it was the first one, and I was like, "Heck no, I'm not doing that." I immediately was like, what's cheap to fly to Fort Lauderdale one? A few years back when Texas had the ice storm and Ted Cruz flew to Mexico, yep, fled to Mexico. I was like, dude, you stole my move. Oh gosh. Okay. Um, and I'll end on this. Technology integration. Travelers expect a modern experience, and the absence of features like contactless check-in or app-based services will be viewed as outdated. So, hope that's like some food for thought. If you guys are in the mode to start planning your cruises, your travel for 2026 and beyond, maybe that helps. It was fun anyway, and I appreciate you guys, like I said, coming in and hanging out with me on a Saturday morning. I will be back. Scott, are you still here? I looked for you. I'm not sure if Scott is doing his podcast this morning. I looked for it and didn't see it. So I would say everybody head on over, but I'm not sure if he is or not. All my friends back home were freezing in that polar vortex. I sent them beach pics. Oh, they were not happy with you. They were not happy with you. I am sure. They're like, what? But anyway, I'll be back on for sure on Monday for the Monday Mood Check at 7 p.m. We have the Conscious Cruiser podcast at 8:30 a.m. on Monday morning on the Conscious Cruiser YouTube channel. So check that out. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. Be safe. Absolutely. They're all for staying. Bye, you guys. Thanks so much. If you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Bye.